Well, it's happening. The series that we all anticipated to happen. The Raptors and Boston Celtics are going to meet in the second round of the playoffs after both teams swept their first round opponents. Let's start with the Raptors having the coach of the year, being the second team in the East, having the second rated defensive efficiency team in the entire NBA. This is a well-coached team. It's going to be a task for the Boston Celtics to take them down. They have their two All-Stars in Pascal Siakam and Kyle Lowry, and this team competes. They shoot, they defend, and they don't make many mistakes. This is why I feel like come Thursday, this is going to be what you would call a franchise-defining moment for the Boston Celtics post-Big Three era. The Boston Celtics are going to be without co-star Gordon Hayward, which comes to my point as to why Tatum will have to play good to excellent every game. There's not going to be a game where he plays bad and they win. I can almost promise that. Tatum has to assert himself as the best player in the series early and make his presence known to open up his teammates. Kemba Walker has to be the steady hand where Gordon Hayward will come out. And, Kemba averaged 24.3 points per game against the 76ers, so I think he's more than capable of doing that for the Celtics in this series. Jaylen Brown has to come out and have the best defensive series in his life. Like, he has to come out and play great defense because his primary assignment is going to be Pascal Siakam. He has to come out and completely shut Siakam out of the series. And that's what's really going to be the keys for them is that Tatum has to take over, Kemba has to steadily score, and Jaylen Brown has to neutralize Pascal Siakam. And also, on the other hand, you still need Jaylen Brown to contribute, 17 to 20 points a game for this team to be somewhat similar of themselves offensively without Gordon. And their bench is going to have to pitch in a little bit to help them out. Coming around with Marcus Smart's going to be in the starting lineup. They're going to need him to help them a lot and come in and make shots and not make any dumb plays. With Marcus Smart, there's a lot of dumb shots he's going to be throwing up, and they've just got to mitigate those with him and just kind of calm him down and have him play his role where he's just a glue guy, jumping on the floor, getting steals, being a defensive player. This is going to be a big test for this team, this Boston Celtics team, to get out of this series without Gordon Hayward. And it's going to tell me a lot about this franchise. With Brad Stevens going against Nick Nurse, who is being labeled as a defensive genius, he won Coach of the Year. Like, Brad is going to have to come up and play good too. So for the keys for this Celtics team, they got to come out and just put everything out there, lay everything out there. There can't be a game where they just lay off. And for the Celtics to win this series, they have to be completely locked in because you are hobbled. You do not have your third option, respectfully, with Gordon Hayward, or your third, fourth option, really, at this point. And they are a top-heavy team. They don't have the depth, they don't have the bench that other teams have. So you have to really be on top of it. Our top guys have to be on top of it. And really, I want to see a little bit more Rob Williams in this series and things like that. But for the Boston Celtics to win this series, Jason Tatum has to take over, Kemba has to be the steady hand, and Jaylen Brown has to neutralize Pascal Siakam, and while giving them 17 to 20-something points a game. That's going to be a hard task. So for me, I have the Celtics winning this in 6 because I think they just have too much offense for the Toronto Raptors, who rank somewhere around 13th of efficiency in offense. This is going to be a good series. Check back in with y'all, boy. Peace.